Nurturing what you begin, the power in consistency. Now listen to this. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, once said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit." And I believe this with all my heart. We become who we are through what we choose to do each day. True wellness is not a single act, not a single burst of motivation, but the quiet habit of showing up for your body, mind, and spirit again and again. Welcome to the Hope Ignites Healing Podcast with your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa, a space where we speak everything holistic health and healing. This is a space for women especially who are seeking to find healing, that is, from a place of inner completeness, making small, simple, and yet tangible steps towards full health, and therefore a lifestyle of healing. In this space, we believe in the 1948 definition of health, that health is a state of complete emotional, physical, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease and infirmity. And through my personal story and all the medical knowledge gathered through the years, this is now the mantra with which I live my life and teach others to do the same. Now let's redefine health together, shall we? Welcome to Season 4, The Rebirth. Hello, my friend. It's good to have you back here. Now, I'm so glad that you're here today because we're going to talk about something that we all wrestle with, especially in seasons of new beginnings. That's consistency. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't always been good at finishing what I started. Yeah, there are journals I never filled, workouts that began and were dropped, routines that slipped through my fingers when life shifted. And I'm certain that you've been there too, right? You start something with passion, but along the way life interrupts. It could be an illness, a loss, a career change, or simply exhaustion setting in, or even boredom, right? Suddenly you feel like you're back to the beginning. You're unsure how to keep going, or even uninterested. Where did all the energy go after all? Am I speaking to someone? I'm sure I am. Now, I remember a few times after the loss of my dad, many of you have heard this story if you've been on here long enough, and the mental breakdown that I went through surrounding that time, it often felt like I had to live life from scratch all over again. The old routines didn't fit this new me. My body asked for rest. Was I letting it rest? My mind craved silence, but was I even allowing to quieten it for a moment from all the competing thoughts? And my heart longed for gentler rhythms. Could I even find my heart? I was frustrated, and it was extremely frustrating because I wanted to return to who I used to be, the happy, free-spirited, happy child that had such a beautiful childhood. What had changed? Where had it all gone? Many a time, I have seen the same with my patients. Some occurrence of illness or something makes them fall off what was keeping their drive on. You hear things like, "Doctor, I used to, but it's been a while. I know what I should do. Please let me try it again before you give me the hypertension or diabetes or whatever prescription or something close to that." Hey, listen to me. Here is the truth. A rebirth shouldn't take us backwards. It takes us forward. Rebirth moments, whether they come through healing, motherhood, loss, or transition, don't erase consistency. They should reshape it. They call us to be more tender with ourselves and to find new rhythms that nurture who we are becoming. Do you hear me? And I'm sure you might wonder with me, what then does consistency look like in holistic living? I'll tell you. When I talk about holistic living, I don't just mean diet and exercise, as cliche has it. I mean tending to the whole person. That is, you have a body, you have emotions, you have a mind, a spirit, relationships, and above all, purpose. Consistency is in this space of holistic living may look surprisingly small, yet extremely powerful. It's those small things you choose to do for you to be well. Things like drinking a glass of water before your coffee, your cup of tea, or anything you do in the morning every day. Taking up 5 minutes to stretch or breathe before rushing into your day every day. Writing down just one thing that you're grateful for before bedtime or early in the morning every day. Taking a deep breath when you are stressed, when you are awake, when you wake up in the morning, when you're overwhelmed, every day, right? Every day. These acts may feel almost insignificant and too small, but I would like you to think of a plant. Watering it once does very little, right? But watering it daily, even just a little amount of water, makes it flourish. That's what these tiny habits in holistic living and wellness do for us. They anchor us, they transform us, they give us our true rebirth. And if you've been in any of my programs, you know that we promote those small little acts. 5 minutes of quietening down, 5 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of journaling, 5 minutes of taking a walk, 5 minutes of dreaming, and so on and so forth. Now, I'll tell you that this is the challenge for us as humans. The hardest part of consistency after a rebirth, like the one that I talked about most recently, is letting go of all old forms. I hope you caught me in my last episodes when we introduced our new season of the rebirth. If you didn't and you're lost about what I'm talking about, this is the opportunity for you to go back 2 or 3 episodes and you see what I'm talking about. And this is it. The hardest part of consistency after a rebirth is letting go of the old forms. Maybe things like this. You used to run 5 kilometers every morning and now your body is asking for more gentle walks. Maybe your mornings once began with structured routines and rituals to fulfill, and now they begin with cuddles and screams from little children around you, right? Maybe you used to suddenly bounce back into your routines and even shed off that weight after childbirth very easily, and this time your body is demanding you to slow down, listen to it, and nurture it more. Maybe. Consistency after rebirth, I'll tell you, my dear listener, is not about repeating the past. No, it's about creating rhythms that support the new life within you, the season you were in. Like me, I could not become a child again. I couldn't be happy as a child again, but I could create new routines that probably were in my childhood that could make me flourish again. And you know what those routines were? Riding my bicycle, taking more regular swims, giving myself quality quiet times, and so on and so forth. Now, I'd like you to know, if you're in that place where consistency is a struggle for you, this is the grace that I want you to take for the journey. I want to remind you of this. It's okay to start again. People start again at 40, 50. Imagine if you're going to live until 100 and you're just 40 years old. You've not even lived half your life. So we can start again today, right? It's okay if some things went unfinished. It's okay if your new rhythm doesn't look like anyone else's. Now you know. We can create new consistency. It's not about, remember, consistency is not about never stumbling. No, it's about choosing again and again to rise, to breathe hope into your healing, to nurture yourself into healing, to nurture that which is trying to grow in you. As I look ahead on the Hope Ignites Healing podcast, In the next episode, I'll be joined by a special guest. You cannot miss this as we dive deeper into this idea of consistency in holistic living. Practical ways that kept this person showing up even when life felt brand new or completely blue. But before I go there and get excited, I want to leave you with this thought, my dear listener. What is one small life-giving habit that you can carry with you into this new season of rebirth? Pause with me. Let that habit come to your mind. I want you to write it down. Whisper it out loud. Claim it. What is one small life-giving habit that you can carry with you into your new season of rebirth? Write it down. Whisper it out loud. Claim it and take action. Now I'm here to encourage you back into your consistency. What is that you want to do consistently? What's that you want to be consistent in? Where has the ball dropped? And it is affecting you greatly onto moving forward to consistency. This is it. Start small. But you know what? Not tomorrow. Start today. So start small and start today already. And as we close, as usual, let's speak this affirmation together, encouraging us that we're going to do this, right? Join me on this one. I am showing up. Little by little, my rebirth is not fragile. It is fertile. Each step I take plants seeds of health, hope, and healing in my life. I rise rooted, radiant, and resilient, becoming all that I am meant to be. I am deeply rooted and cannot be shaken. My rebirth gives me strength, my journey gives me wisdom, and my life blossoms with significance and joy. I take action towards my consistency today, right here, right now. I love the last part. I take action towards my consistency today, right here and right now. And that's what I challenged you. We're starting right here and right now. As I was excited to tell you on the next episode, the Hope Ignites Healing podcast, Celebrate With Me, is bringing the first ever person to be hosted on this program. So you won't only see Dr. Lillian, no, there'll be somebody else, and this has been our dream ever since we opened our doors to you, my listener. So you cannot miss it. Call your sister, your friend, your girlfriend, somebody, so that you listen to the next episode together. Right? Sisterhood is the best thing that ever happened. I always say every sister, every girl needs a sister. So you girls are my sisters. Thank you so much for sharing time with me today. If this episode touched your heart, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to hear the one habit that you're committing to. Share with me on social media, especially LinkedIn, or send me a message. For sure, if you're online, you can find me. Right? I would like you to remember, before we part, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. So we all can get to excellence, right? And I believe with all my heart, we become who we are through what we choose to do each day. True wellness, therefore, is not a single act. It's not a single burst of motivation, but the quiet habit of showing up for your body, mind, and spirit again and again and again, regardless of what yesterday gave you, right? So as we finish, I would like to thank you so much for sharing this time with me today again. And until next time, I would like you to keep showing up for yourself. Keep nurturing your rebirth. And remember, Hope Ignites Healing. Your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa, here to add the glow to medicine and bring that sparkle of healing, wellness, and consistency in your life, right? Take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.